welcome back to another run in UKSM Winter. Next up, we're going to be having It's Mild with Spyro the Dragon Reignited Trilogy in the any percent NBS category. Like I said just before we ended the last run, I showed you some videos from Special Effect. If you were watching through those, you know the sort of work now that they do, and you'll know how important it is. So, if you know that, you also know that you should do !donate in the chat, because every little helps when it comes to helping gamers play the games that they want to play, how they want to play them. With that all said, I'm going to hand over things to It's Mild for a Spyro the Dragon Reignited Trilogy run. Take it away whenever you're ready.
Thank you guys for having me. This is my first speedrun marathon that I've participated in. Really excited about it. A couple things about this NBS run. NBS just means no balloonist skip, meaning that there's a skip early on in the game that allows you to bypass 90% of the level, or of the game rather, and those runs only last about like 4 minutes, I think is like the world record. We're not doing that because it's a lot of mechanical inputs and out of bounds glitching, and I'm not really a big fan of out of bounds glitching, so I'm deciding to go the more traditional route to it without the skip. But again, with the any percent, so I just had to beat the final boss in the fastest time possible, and there are minimum requirements that we have to meet in order to reach the final level. We have to get 6,000 gems, 50 dragons that we have to free, and you'll see what I mean. We actually just did one of those crystal dragons. We have to get 50 of those, and then I have to collect 5 dragon eggs. It's very simple. It's more of making sure that you're on pace with your gem counts, because you don't fully complete the levels. The only levels you fully complete are the ones that I'm currently doing, the flight levels, as they give you 300 gems no matter what. So it's very easy to do these levels because free gems. Who doesn't like free gems? It's essentially free money. And you'll notice that I do some other techs, which I will explain at a later point when I'm actually doing them. I was going to have one of my buddies help explain some of these things. He's a world record holder in this actual category, but they weren't available, so you're just stuck with me now. Couple things about myself, since we're just, you know, gliding through this flight level. I've been speedrunning Spyro, particularly the Reignited Trilogy, for about, give or take, a year now. I just started doing it casually, and then a moderator from the actual speedrun.com category of Spyro the Dragon came in and was like, hey, you know, did you ever want to actually speedrun the game? So I got invited to their Discord server, and now here I am with you lovely people. I hope you guys are also having a wonderful day. I forgot to mention that. So that is the first level completed. With my current splits that I have, our predicted time currently is 43 minutes 23 seconds, and we're already 3 seconds ahead. So big brain. Mild going to perform today. Mild woke up on the right side of the bed. He's had his coffee. He's ready to go. Let's see, what more about myself. I have a 31st record, I want to say, in the 120% category, 26th in the any percent NBS that we're running, and I have a top 5 in a more recent record called the Neo Vortex, which is a fun run that I can like kind of turn my brain off to, and just, it only takes a half hour real time to do. It's like 18 minutes in game, so it's very nice, easy, therapeutic. You just play on a fresh save and complete all the levels by just hitting the exit portals. It's very nice. Okay, so we're just about done with this level now. You'll notice a lot of these levels have things in fairly close proximity to one another, which allows me to just quite literally speed through each individual level. Like, we only had 45 seconds in between those two levels before I was able to fully complete it for the run purposes. The levels will get a little bit more complex later on, but nothing Nothing too crazy. Nothing that I can't handle. So I'll say my personal best in this category as well, I think, is 37 minutes and 14 seconds in game time. That usually comes out to about 53 minutes real time. The way that these runs work is in between the levels, like where we're flying just like this, doesn't count as game time until our feet are just about to hit the ground. That's when the game starts counting the game time. So we have a load remover for live split in order to, you know, remove those load times. So this is another tech called fairy proxy. If I position myself just like that, the fairy lifts me up into the air and I get onto this little high ground, which usually isn't accessible until the end of the level. And unfortunate that I had missed that gem there. We hit this dragon and then it's just smooth sailing for the rest of this level as well. You'll notice if I flame the enemies while I'm still a little farther away, it actually makes it so the gems drop quicker. Whereas if I was right on top of them, they kind of jump up a little bit higher. It's a weird thing. Usually this dragon has an unskippable cutscene, but if you jump right as you're hitting his little crystal pad, you can actually, for whatever reason, it causes the game to let you skip the cutscene. So why not? And that is essentially the first hub world done. We only do 3 levels there. All the levels from here on out, we do every single level, minus the final hub world, Dreamweavers, where we only do the flight level and the boss. And then we do 3 levels in the boss world. So we're already on good pace. We're already 7 seconds ahead of our time. And again, I said this while we were setting up before we were live over here. I haven't done NBS in a while, any percent. And I've done nothing but practice it in the past week or so. I've been a little bit slacking on the category. I've been doing a lot of Neo Vortex, trying to get a top 3 run. And so I'm a little rusty. I've tried my best to shake off majority of the rust. And some of it's still there, but we won't talk about that. Let's see, any cool skips in this level? No, this one's pretty straightforward. We essentially do half the level. In the quickest amount of time possible. Also, I will say so I'm playing on the PC version of it because we're able to change the frame rate. Spyro, so the port on PC, Spyro actually jumps higher at a lower frame rate. So at 50 FPS, he jumps higher than he does at 60 FPS. Also, there's a couple of game-breaking glitches at 60 FPS that make it so you can't proceed in the game until you lower the frame rate, which I never knew for the longest time. I thought my game was bugged, and I would quit the game and restart it, and it wouldn't, you know, get fixed. So, the 50 FPS fixes it, thankfully. Wow, 13.7 ahead. I'm starting to feel it. I'm warmed up. I'm ready to go. It only took 4 levels. Now the next little skip that we're going to do is something called fly-in skip. What that is, certain levels, the loading when you land on the level, I had the fly-in skip and I lost it because I unpaused. I never get it first try. So this will be a good instance of showing what the quote-unquote fly-in glitch is. There are certain levels where when Spyro loads into the level and he does his little loop before landing on the ground, he will keep going into the sky, like so, and then the game timer starts already while he is still in the air and hasn't hit the ground. If you time it frame perfect by pausing the game right as you're hitting the portal, the game will think that you're in the level, and you are able to quit the game and reload in to the game, and you'll already be in the level. So you avoid the fly-in skip, or you avoid the fly-in glitch, so it's called fly-in skip. Alright, there we go. So there's our first dragon egg, which is huge. Again, we only need 5. For whatever reason, I have a habit of collecting 6. Don't know where I pick up the extra one, but I always do. So we'll consider it like insurance, even though, you know, there's no way to lose said eggs. Also, so we're coming up on something here. Camera angles. That's what we're coming up on. There are certain physical assets in Spyro that aren't quite finished, or non-intentional jump areas. So I can actually just jump up here and bypass everything to get right to the dragon, rather than ordinarily you have to go all the way around. So yeah, there you'll notice that I jump on little platforms like that to bypass areas. You'll see another one when we get to, I believe the level is Ice Cavern. Man, I can't believe I messed up I had fly-in skip first try and I messed it up. That's crazy. That's unlucky. There we go. And flight level. And then we only have 2 levels left in this hub world, and we are about 1/3 of the way done with the game already. Right now we're on a decent pace, 20 seconds ahead. So the flight levels do get more complex as they go on in terms of the routes that you kind of have to run for it, because there is like a route for the flight levels rather than just going through and collecting everything in succession. We kind of do a little bit of like half and half here and there. So I'll hit some of these lighthouses now, loop back to get this archway, and do a bunch of the arches now. Also, shout out to the speedrunning community of Spyro for like figuring these things out. There are some things that they have figured out that I would never have thought of in my entire life. Between skips and text and animation cancels, like, it's incredible. Alright, so we're almost done with this one. Hit this, charge. Okay, whew, I usually hit the water there. If you hit the water in the flight levels, you have to start over. Which is a big time kill, as you would imagine. And if you go through a physical object at the end of the flight level, you actually cancel or shorten rather, the animation of Spyro flying up in the air. Otherwise, he flies up for a while. And, you know, the timer's still ticking, tick-tock. Alright, second thief acquired. Or egg, rather. Second egg. Egg boy. Don't bonk your head, Spyro. It's not good for you. You can have a concussion here. Now, this is the... I want to say this is the only boss level that we don't fully complete. Hard. Railhead. Yeah, this is the only boss level where we don't finish fighting the boss. In fact, we actually don't even start fighting the boss. That is unfortunate. There we go. That's alright, we got some time to work with here. These things are always the bane of my existence. No matter what, one always manages to hit me. Oh, that was close. Holy. That would have been a little unfortunate, but it is what it is. And there we go. This is that level done already. 150. That's exactly how much I need for this level. I do have a little sheet with my gem counts on them that I decided I'm going to go hard mode today and not even look at my gem counts. I'm going to just wing it. I'm going to wing it and see what happens. Add a little bit of extra layer of challenge. I get those gems afterwards. What am I doing? Mild, wake up. You already said you were woken up. Get that little noggin working. I'm pretty sure I'm behind on gems. Like I said, we need the 6,000, and if something goes wrong, we only have like certain amount of areas where we can really gain back those gems. So I'm gonna actually take a look here soon. Okay. This level, fairly easy, can be a little bit of a pain. Like so. Generally, it's really important to keep Sparks at full health for these runs. Mostly because you never know when you're gonna get clobbered like that. That, and there's certain areas where we have to get hit like 2 times in order to proceed, using like a little skip or a workaround or something like that. Obviously with Sparks at lower HP, we can't do that, so we have to take time to quit out the game and reload it. If you quit out the game and reload, Sparks has full health again. Just a little nifty fact. Alright, we're coming up on one of those physical objects that weren't quite sloped properly. I forget the actual terminology for it, but makes it so. That is very unfortunate. We can just jump up here rather than going completely around. So I need to be very careful as to not get hit now, because if we get hit, we die, and if we die, we don't have good time. And I want that extra gem there, and we still did great. Let me take a look at this gem count really quick. We are currently 40 to 50 off. Oh, I have Sparks again. Welcome back, buddy. Where'd you come from? So because I have a decent time right now, I'm going to take some time to get these little gems. And we're going to go to the next hub world. So we're completely finished with Peacekeepers. So that is 2 out of the 5 done. Right, 5. Artisans, Peacekeepers, Magic Crafters, Beastmakers, Dreamweavers, Nasty's World. So I guess you could count it technically as 6. So we're a third of the way done. So these are the levels where I typically actually do pretty decent. Thank you. There we go. So you'll notice every time that I've gotten one of the thieves, one of the eggs, I've been in the air when I've hit them. That's simply because if you hit them while you're on the ground, they have like a small little animation of the egg floating to you. I need to go to high caves. Where am I going? Wow, this is unfortunate. I almost was running 120s. That's also unfortunate. That's okay. If I get this flying skip, we'll have Sparks anyway. So there we go. Flying skip. We quit to the menu and reload, and we're already going to be in the level. Success. I'm notorious for not getting flying skips. The past couple times I've streamed like practices of this run, I've missed every single flying skip, which has been both hilarious and also frustrating. Unfortunate. Well, I could just get health back right here, so that's fine. Okay, good pacing right now for these guys. Sparks, I'll never understand why you only get 1 gem there. I give you 1 job. You get to fly around me rent-free, and you can't even pick up my gems. I don't think this is going to work out, Sparks. I think it's time for us to see other insects, I guess. Yeah, we'll do a quick little loop-de-loop, okay. that didn't go as planned. Well, that is fine. Ideally, so if you get hit by one of the items, like the explosive crates, you have a brief window where you can charge through another one without taking damage. Just simply because of how the game was programmed. Alright, cool. We're only less than 30 gems off now. Which is solid. Alright, now we gotta go do these. Nice. Now we don't have to get a key for that chest. And I believe this is another fly-in skip. Nailed it. You'll notice I spam pause a lot because you quite literally have to get it frame perfect, otherwise it's all messed up. That was close. And he just sent that up. So my timing was off here. But it is what it is. Nothing to do about it now. I do gotta get those two. I'm just gonna get these extra gems. I recently learned I could just fly around this guy, get the dragon, which will put me on the platform, and I won't lift anymore because he's afraid. Because who wouldn't be afraid of a ravenous purple dragon running at you? Hit you now. Hit that because it'll put us closer to the stairs. And we're just about done with this level now. There's no way you didn't pick up that 10 sparks. I'm a little disappointed here. We're slowly losing our time. Slowly getting back to where we were before. That's unfortunate. But we are officially ahead in terms of gem counts, so that's always nice. That's always a good thing. Give me those. Okay, you don't have to grab them, Sparks. It's okay. You'll grab them when you're ready. Charge through here, hit the invincible crate. And now time for my least favorite level. I always get hit here a bunch, and more often than not, I usually die. We're not actually ahead in gem counts. That's unfortunate. I looked at the wrong number. Unfortunate. Gotta crack my neck. There we go. Yeah, you gotta crack it for a warm-up. I have to take my time with these guys because they always just demolish me. These little wizards are like the greatest snipers in existence. Simply put. They never miss. Just straight shooters. Sign them. Sign them to a team. Alright. I'm gonna get some extra gems. Simply because. And I'll get the extra thief here, why not? And then death abuse. We just die to reset, and we continue the route as normal. Yeah, we just gotta speed through in the other direction. Oh, I got a lot of hang time on that one. Usually I don't get just one crate. Usually I get two. Alright, I think this is absolutely going to put us back on track in terms of gem counts. So I'm happy with that. Grab the 5 sparks. Sparks, I typically don't ask much, right? You don't think I'm needy. There we go. I mean, a little sloppy, but we still did all right. Now, I think we're on track with our gems. We absolutely are. We're ahead by about 10 now. You know what? Let's get some more. Let's get some more, right? There's no such thing as having too many gems. And now we're another flight level. I think this one is my... Oh god, I can't remember which one this is. I can. Okay, this one's my least favorite simply because the start can always go rough. And we've pretty much nailed it at this point. Yeah, we've pretty much nailed it now. Never mind. You know how I said we nailed it? We didn't. It's okay though when we miss a plane like that, because later on in this level we actually wind up hitting the area where the planes go through. So I can just... Spyro, I really need you to not land on the ground, buddy. The whole point is to fly in a flight level. Like, what are you doing, bud? I just gotta keep my eye out for the plane. That's all. Speak of the devil, there he is. And decent enough recovery. And now we go through a little physical object, and boom, level is done. Voila. Now comes the last level of this hub world, the boss level. Quite possibly might actually be my least favorite level, simply because of how painful the level itself is. It's generally so painful I actually get an extra sparks here if I need it, because at full health I need it for this level. Absolutely. Those little green wizards that I said that can hit me from anywhere, there's like 18 of them in here. It's an exaggeration, but it's what it feels like, and that's what matters. Am I out of coffee? I got a little driblet of coffee left. I live on coffee.
We've got a donation whenever you're ready.
Oh, I'm always ready.
Brilliant. In that case, we've got a donation from Nico with a C. A £10 donation saying, I guess technically you didn't die.
Technically speaking, you're right. Thank you for that $10, man. What a lad. I mean, is it really dying when I have so many lives? It's like a cat, right? Are dragons actually cats? Who knows? I know in some weird mythology, dragons have feathers and fur. Not that feathers mean that you're a cat, you know what I mean. No! There we go. Good recovery. And that is it for this level. I'm not even gonna go to the portal. We are now a solid 1 minute ahead. Brilliant. And I didn't see our gem count, but I'm gonna say we are golden.
Would you like to go?
And now we are heading to my least favorite hub world. The Beastmaker's world is notorious for killing my runs, specifically me. Everybody else, they seem to handle it fine. Me? No, it's over. It's chalked. It's over. That's it. Stream's done. It's always a rough little go. Plus, it looks like I need some extra gems, so I'm 2 gems behind, which is fine, I suppose, in the grand scheme of things. I need to remember when I exit this level, I have to get the dragon that's sitting right outside. I always forget it, because when I get to the end of this level and I try to fly to the next hub world, they're like, you need to free more dragons, and I'm one dragon off. And who is it? This guy right over here that's waiting for me right outside the level. I don't even remember his name. You'd think I would, given how notorious he is. What should we name him? I know he already has a name, but I want to name him something. Angus or something. I don't know. A nice Angus burger. Alright, Sparks, it's okay. You don't... Again, you'll get the gems when you're ready. It's okay. You'll notice 9 times out of 10 I blame Sparks for everything, simply because he's the easiest scapegoat. Name a better duo. Sparks and a scapegoat. Okay. Little jump over. Cool. I tested this route off stream simply because I always mess it up. Like so. Because now I have to wait for him to zap. Wow, that was incredibly close. Holy, wow, that was incredible. By all accounts, I should have probably actually been dead there. But the fact that I'm not is incredible. Wow. That went rather swimmingly. That's a word, right? It is now. And we're only 3 gems off. That is actually insane. Now, I always mess up my splits here. I always go to the wrong level. I need to go to the right level. Yeah, do this. Do that. There we go. Jump over here. Jump over here. We go to this level now. Okay, that was interesting. Pigman. And I'm just going to get that dragon when I exit out of here, because I just drop into this little well. And now the easiest flight level in my opinion. Now that I say that, I'm going to fall into the water. Calling it. Calling it. What's the time? Time to not mess up. Time for not a messy thing. So I just need to vent about this as well. So I worked yesterday for Black Friday. It was chaos. That's all. This is my first Black Friday that I worked. I don't know if Black Friday is like a global thing or if it's only in NA. I'm in NA.
It's sort of a global thing.
Is it? Okay. I wasn't sure. It's one of the things that I've always kind of been like a little iffy on.
It's not as crazy as it is over there.
Okay, yeah. I've never understood it. I will never understand it. It's baffling. My store did like $84,000 or something. Something ridiculous. I missed a boy here, and now we don't get our little skipperoon. See, that's what I mean. He flies up for a long time. Wow, a minute 49. Man. And we're officially ahead in gems. Amazing. Okay, another fly and skip, and this one's imperative because if I don't do it, I have to quit out of the game anyway because I need full health sparks. And I'm also just going to get you now. Wow. I think I've only missed one fly-in so far, and I had it, but I didn't think I had it, so I exited out. Incredible. I'm going to the wrong rock. Oh no, that's just unfortunate. Okay, here's what I'm going to do. There we go. Haha. That's a little workaround I didn't think about before. I could just do that. Come here. There you go. I don't want you. This little lower area of Misty Bog is always a little sloppy for me. simply because I'm like trying to not get hit by the oodles of enemies that are here, while also simultaneously collecting the gems. There has to be a way to get that in that charge. There's still things that I'm discovering about speedrunning this game, even after a year. I'm like, oh yeah, I could just do this, this, and this like cuts down on like 5 seconds. I'm getting to that point now where I'm like, 5 seconds? Yeah, that's a huge time save. Almost fell off there, but it's okay, because we didn't. These frog things are the worst. Okay, that was weird. I will accept it though. Roscoe. Ah, oh, so satisfying when they all just line up in a row. No, jump. There we go. There we go. Wow, we're doing incredible. I'm getting to that point where I'm like, I'm almost halfway through, so now my heart's like going a million miles an hour. Alright. This is the most notorious level, in my opinion, for speedruns, Treetops, simply because in 120% this level can take probably about like a solid 8 minutes to get through, because there's so much backtracking and like 2 separate halves of the level, and you need to utilize one half to get to the second half, but you use the first half before it's even fully completed to complete the second half, and then go back and complete the first half. It's a mess. It's very notoriously, at least maybe notoriously to me. Also, these monkeys are just a pain. But speed is key, am I right? I think that's the fastest I've gotten up those steps before. Holy moly. Holy guacamole. Alright, little skipperoo. Ordinarily you have to go around the entire level for this, but for this we can just go right here. And we'll make it, we'll make it. There have been countless times where I've somehow not gotten the charge right, and I've just fallen to my doom. Okay, now just time for the second half, quote unquote. Oh, that's a first. I've never gotten all of them before. The whole 2 of them. Just so we can have that extra 5 gem. Now, the upcoming is a skip that I never get right, so I'm not even going to attempt it because it will eat up so much time. Instead, what I'm going to do is death abuse. All the death abuse means is you get to a point where you need to reset, so I just jump off the map and just reset. I do have to keep an eye on my lives. Otherwise, we start the level from the beginning. We got 3, we're good, we're solid. We don't need to death abuse anymore for the rest of the game now. Ah, dang. Usually I try to get both of those at the same time. Four minutes and 38 seconds behind. Holy. Well, ahead. You know what I mean. Is it ahead or behind? I would say ahead. I'm ahead of my time, so yeah. Not bad for Treetops. And now we're coming up on the last level of this world, the boss. And then we will be set. Imagine we PB this. That'd be a little insane. That'd be a little wacky. Up the steps, charge that one, get you, boom, 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 boom. Haven't even looked at our gem counts, so hopefully we're doing good. No. Alright, I'm just gonna grab these gems just because I already know my cycles are a little messy. What I mean by cycles is there's a point where you can time getting to this section right here where none of the pylons are going to be really shocking you at all. You can kind of just make it in a way where you can hit all of them at once. Like without any of them activating. That's the word I was looking for. Activating. Kind of like this. Kind of like that. Because now the boss is dead. Boss is done. Now we just get the rest of the gems and then this level's finished. $447. Gem count. We are only 10 gems off. That's actually really nice because I'm just gonna go do this since we're ahead. Boom, there we go. We're good. We're golden now.
Are you ready to go?
Ooh. Sorry there, I hit my mic.
Come here, cat. Yeah, hi. Do you want to say hi to the UKSM people? They're wonderful. Okay.
You don't have to, it's fine. See, the sun's finally coming out. I see the white, the light from my blinds on my face. Okay, roots. This way to the right. I'm gonna get these anyway. Well, that's just not right. That's just ain't right. There we go. I really wanted that 10 gem, that one in particular, so. Alright, Icy Flight, Jacques, and then we just got our final set of levels. Try to get it in a way where it hits them without having to move it. Hey, Spyro, you good there, buddy? Might as well just get this now, because I know I'm gonna forget. Give me all the gems I can. And I'm pretty sure we've gotten all of our dragons that we've needed. We're gonna be like 7 gems off still. I think I have a spot where I can make those up. I do. For a second I thought I didn't hit that and I would have been okay with it. This is my least favorite flight level simply because there's so much movement happening. Like, it's a lot to take in, at least for the first half. Like now it's kind of fairly straightforward from here, but for the longest time this was another bane of my existence. I have a lot of banes of existences. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Recovered. Not recovered. Sort of recovered. Nothing crazy. We just gotta make another loop back. Ooh-wee. Quit. There we go. A little rough there. A little rough. Especially because the guys just move. It's a little hoy, you know? Let me not jump off the map. Not yet. We'll do a celebratory jump off once the run is done. Oh, yeah, I'm already out of coffee. What am I doing? We only need 325 gems. I think we got this in the bag. We may or may not have this in the bag. Good, I didn't hit the jester because I needed those. There we go. No mess up. Wow, that was ugly. Whatever I just did, that was stinky. Uh-oh. Nailed it. Nailed it. Didn't even break a sweat. Oh, really nailed it. Alright, I'm gonna grab these extra gems. Sparks, now's not the time for you to eat, buddy. Alright. We don't need that dragon. At least I don't think we needed that dragon. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Skill points. Nailed it. Let's see. Will we be at 325 gems? We are definitely... We are solid. We now have our 6,000. We have a 40 gem buffer, so that's pretty nice. I am pleased with that.
Well, are you ready to go?
And now comes the final worlds. The last 3 levels. And then the run is finito. So now I can close my gem counts because now we don't need to collect any more gems. We just got to get through the levels as fast as possible. Gems don't matter. Dragons don't matter now. We're all... Well, I think this last dragon matters. Alright, no audio on that dragon. That's whatever. Yep, 51 dragons were perfect. So you do have to collect that one. You need 51, I forgot. Because if you don't collect them, the other level doesn't open up. So you got to get that boy. Got to get that lad. Alright, moment of truth. Will we get it first try? Yes. Oh my god, we did. Well, that's only like part 1 of this. Part 2? First try. Oh my god. UKSM, you just witnessed history. I never get that first try. I never get that skip first try at all.
I don't think I've actually seen that skip be done first time from our other runners either, so it really is UKSM history.
Let's go! There are times where I'll either get it on the third try, or I will literally spend like a solid 6 minutes there trying to get it. It's very hit or miss with me. It's quite literally, you either get it or you don't, and you suffer. that was like the one thing that I did pre-show, was that skip a little bit to make sure I could get it first try. Okay. Gems don't matter, gems don't matter, gems don't matter, and exit. Oh. Hi. And now we're on to the last level. You need a Benadryl? I can get you Benadryl. I don't think we're gonna PB. Actually, maybe. I wonder if there's a fly-in skip for this level, because I've never actually tried it. Something worth looking into. I never get that thief first try, so huge W. Okay, yeah, I knew it was going to be too good to be true for that one. Oh, nasty Nork, you stinky little green goblin culprit. So there is a way to one phase Nasty Nork. Typically you have to do 2 laps with him around, but if you just ignore majority of the gems and just cut little corners here and there, like so, you'll be able to get to him first attempt, and you could hit him before he starts his animation for the second lap. The movement, putting him on skates, and the run is complete. 37 minutes 31 seconds in game time, 51:47 IRL time. Now that is the any percent NBS category. I think that might actually be a PB for me. That would be incredible if that were the case. But yeah, there you guys have it. That is my NBS any percent category of Spyro the Dragon. It is not a PB. My PB is 37:18. I was only a couple seconds off, actually. So that's great though. That's great though. I have successfully done it for you guys.
That was a really awesome run to watch. Do you have any words that you'd like to say as a sign-off?
I would just like to thank you guys again for letting me participate. This was my first marathon, so hopefully more to come in the future. You guys are doing a great thing here. We all really appreciate it. We all want to thank you. You guys at UKSM specifically. And you guys at home watching, on your phone watching, thank you guys for tuning in for this as well.
Well, with that said, thank you indeed, and I hope you continue to tune in, because next we're going to have Bucky with Control, an absolutely brilliant game, one of my personal favourites. So do stick around if you want to watch that. It's scheduled to go live in about 6 to 7 minutes, so we'll be back with that very shortly.